That's not how the Force works.
I don't care.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing the movie. There's one scene that sticks out, and it probably sticks out for everybody, which is that, have you heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
What are you talking about?
G'day guys and welcome back to Casual Rage. And welcome to Casual Rage 241, where we casually rage out about the topics of the week. And the topics of the week, well, of course, we missed out last week on the Maul trailer by a day. We missed out on the Masters of the Universe trailer by a day. So we're going to watch those. There was a Daredevil trailer. Now, look, I don't care too much about Daredevil. Like, as a character and stuff, like, don't get me wrong. But what I mean is, like, the shows and stuff, I haven't watched them. Not even the original first Netflix one that was apparently really good. But we'll still watch the trailer, I feel. There's some Star Wars news. There's some Hollywood fucking people just going crazy about ICE right now, which we'll talk a little bit about. And there's just some general other little bits and pieces. But how y'all doing? How y'all doing? I've been looking at this, and like last week, I'm feeling a lot better than I was last week. At least I can be on camera. Last week, I was like this. Like for most of the stream, like honestly, my shoulder was up because it was like, if I put it down, it was like hurting too much down my arm. Yeah. So it was horrible last week. But I was thinking like, man, the numbers have been a little low. Just like, I appreciate everybody that's here and it sort of does build up. But I feel like the reason why sometimes the numbers can be a little low, or at least right now anyway, is because just there's so many people streaming. And I feel like there is a fair bit of crossover. And I'm trying to rack my brain to try and think, is there a different time slot that I can place it in? Is there something different that I can do? I tell you what, it used to work really well doing it on, for me, the Friday. For guys in the States, it would have been your Thursday when I was doing Casual Rage originally. And yeah, since moving it hasn't quite been the same. So maybe I need to change my day off again, back to Friday. My manager won't like that. I think he prefers me being there on Friday, to be honest with you. But anyway, how y'all doing? I released a video last night. Well, this morning. Early this morning. Have you watched it? I'm really proud of it, to be honest with you. I took my time with it. Like what previous videos that I've done where I've had to sit down and write a script and put the video together and edit it. And, it takes a lot of time. Like it is very time consuming, but I must admit, I get a lot of enjoyment out of doing it. But once I sort of like get the script down, I've got it recorded and I start getting into editing mode, I don't have patience anymore. For some reason, I just don't have patience anymore. I've got to get this video out as quickly as possible. Like, I think it's a good video. But the thing is then when I go back and I after, let's say I release some of these videos, I go back and take a step back and I'm like, man, I could have just done that a little bit better. And if I had have just taken my time, maybe. With these videos, I feel like you can sort of take your time a little bit more with them. Because, they're kind of, like, sort of what Gary's been saying on a couple of streams and stuff recently. They're sort of evergreen videos. Like they're not necessarily topical for, you know, the news stuff, that there's a lot of people out there that do it, where like those videos sort of become irrelevant after maybe a week or something. Keep having to, so I'm working on another one. I'm working on another one. Obviously, at the end of, what was it, December, I put out the Stargate video, which was actually a little bit shorter than I wanted it to be. That was only like 6 minutes long. I want these videos, these scripted, you know, they've got to at least be 8 to 10 minutes long, at least, I feel. You know, you can't do a scripted video and only have it go for 6 minutes. Anyway, that's how it ended up turning out. I still think it was a good video. But again, I didn't really take my time with the editing process. I think I still did a better job than a lot of my other videos. But yeah, I really took my time with this one. Mr. Bug was helping me out a little bit with it as well. Cut some shorts out of it, try and get some eyes onto it. Yeah. Because again, not being topical, it's not going to trend all of that well, is it? You know, it might get recommended to some people that do still pay attention to Star Wars, but it's not just like, I don't know. Watch the video and let me know what you think. Let's see who we've got here. We've got Fear of FEMA. Hope your day was good. Well, it's okay. It's the funny thing is I woke up this morning, I put some shorts on because it was really, really hot, or it felt really hot. And then it wasn't quite as hot as I thought it was. I opened the door, there was a nice cool breeze, and I started cooling down. Now I've put some tracksuit pants on, trackies, and now I'm too hot. I need to go back to the shorts. But other than that, day's going good. Day's going good. I'm happy with the video. That's like my, I don't know. I'm just happy with the end result of it. Nutrium's here. How you doing? We've got Gabriel Knight for $2, 199 comes through, and he says, enjoyed the video you released today. Good stuff. Well, thank you very much, dude. I appreciate that. I really do. Angry Sparrow. If only we could put KK. Oh. Wouldn't it be good to put her in carbonite? And well, I don't know. I don't know whether or not I'd rather her be stored there in carbonite, you know, with the possibility of unfreezing and comebacking and doing more, or whether or not stepping down's better. Stepping down, go fuck off. SWA, great video. We got Soul Assassin, the mod. How you doing, Soul Assassin? Yes, put the link in the chat. If you haven't watched it, save the link for later. Save the link for later. Jordan, EU Purist. Is that... Have I asked this before? Is that just Star Wars Marvel Purist? Everyone, force choke the like button. Force choke the like button. Eyebrows, 10 out of 10. What, mine? Mike Hill, how you doing? Nope. So it's not. I think I've asked that before. How's everyone doing? All right, let's get into some of this stuff, because we do have a fair bit to actually sort of get through and talk about. I think we'll start with kind of where we ended last week with the trailers. I haven't even really paid attention to what the reception to the Maul trailer actually has been. Maybe, actually, before we go any further, let me just check something real quick. Grizzy, where are you, Grizzy? Grizzy, I've got his channel saved. Bookmarked, in fact. He doesn't have any posted reactions to the Maul trailer. He's talking about Mando and Grogu. All right. Let's watch it anyway. Oh, man. Yes, he does. Does he? Reactions to Maul. I guess it was a week ago, wasn't it? I'm on his page. Maybe he talked about it on stream. What's that about? Oh, that's about Sam Wilson. All right. No, there's been enough dead air as it is. All right, let's watch this. Let's watch this. G'day, Screen. How you doing? So here's the trailer. Oh, why is it like that? Oh. Fucking hell. It'll be on the Star Wars YouTube channel, won't it? Of course it'll be there. Let's actually check this out while we're here. Of course it'll fucking be there. All right. 3.6 million. Short trailer. 180,000 upvotes to 3.2 down. Let's take a look. Guys.
Times have changed. I will show you the galaxy for what it truly is. See things from a new perspective.
Is this what our future holds? Always running.
Hang on. Sorry. I looked away for a second.
Always running.
I invite you to look more closely.
What are we dealing with?
Good question. And I offer you an opportunity.
You do know what happened after that, right? You do know what happened after that. A lot of that happened after that.
We have all been made to suffer. We survive, but do not live. The Emperor wants you dead. Chains can be broken.
Is that supposed to be the fart cloud that Ahsoka takes out, or that goes out in Ahsoka? It looks like the same thing.
Hang on!
And empires can be shattered.
Well, let me say this. Based on what I'm seeing there... Oh, actually, hang on a second. Hang on a couple of seconds. I need to obviously address this. Nolan, comes through with $50. He says, nice job on your new video. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate the support and I appreciate the words. Put a lot of effort into this one, and I'm hoping that it can get a few eyes on it. I really do. Nolan, you're a legend. I need to here, we'll give you, it's always the best one.
Oh, Mozza, read that.
So
Mozza, don't let the American bitch.
Did you just fart?
Yes, I did. Tell you what to do.
I think it's bedtime, Mozza.
Question mark.
I think it's bedtime for Mozza.
He pushed so far.
That's the type of videos that we watch on fucking Happy Hump Day.
I gotta pee. Oh my god.
Thank you, Nolan. You got Mozza farting. Appreciate you, brother. That's awesome. I want to check something. Maul. What's it called? Shadow Lord. Fucking why can't I spell Shadow Lord? Timeline, right? Is what I want. I think I already looked at this. So since Star Wars timeline dates, Order 66, 19 BBY, more Shadow Lord takes place 17 BBY. So it's 2 years after Revenge of the Sith. 2 years after Revenge of the Sith. So, okay. So for a second there, I thought that they were truly ripping off Shadowhunter, the novel. And there's a couple of things in this trailer, and it's this moment here. It's actually this, you know what?
What our future holds.
This scene here feels like a rip-off of Maul Shadowhunter. You've got the Jedi working together and protecting. Now, in Shadowhunter, this would be, I can't remember their names now. It's been so long since I've read the books, and I've read them like 4 times. I love the book so much. This character here, is like a bit of a bounty hunter trying to just make money and everything. And he's got a droid like counterpart. And they start working together with a Jedi, but the Jedi comes, Lorne Pavan. Thank you, man. That's why I love the chat. Lorne Pavan. No. Is Lorne Pavan the main guy?
Always running.
And I5. Okay, so this is the thing. Based on the timeline of when Maul Shadowhunter actually takes place, this story does not take place in the same timeline. But there are parts of this trailer that are making me think there are parts of that book that have been stolen. Dude, if you haven't read Maul Shadowhunter, I can't. I love how that book connects to the Plagueis book. Full dialogue and connections in both books that connect to each other. And it's literally, it's like one of those Easter eggs in Plagueis that if you haven't read Maul Shadowhunter, it doesn't matter. You don't really know what they're talking about. It's kind of like, brush to the side. It gets elevated so much more when you got the context of Maul Shadowhunter. I think there's also even more Lockdown crossover into Plagueis as well, I think. But anyway, despite that, It certainly does feel like fucking they've ripped stuff off from it.
I invite you to look more closely.
What are we dealing with?
The only thing is Maul's the one being hunted in this, by the looks of things. You've got, again, I want to actually have a look at, where is it?
Been made to.
Who's he talking to there?
We have
No.
been made
I thought it was Ezra.
to suffer. We survive.
That scene, that looks like it's taken from the book. Anyone that's read it knows what I'm talking about when I'm referencing this scene and this scene and this scene coming out of the book. Because again, like I said, and this is what they do with the expanded universe. This is what Dave Filoni does with the expanded universe. This is what Disney Lucasfilm does with the expanded universe. They wanted full creative freedom. They wanted to decanonize what they had. They wanted to decanonize what they bought and start over. And instead of starting over, what they do is that they set the premise of their story, but the only way to build any hype around it is to grab a story from the expanded universe and insert that in some way that isn't the same, but also is the same.
But do not live.
I don't know who that's. It's a Jedi of some sort. Obviously, a lizard Jedi. There you go. Don't tell me Maul's turning his lightsaber on again while he's a hologram. Now there could be other context to this. I get that. You know, I guess he could have just finished deflecting fucking, you know, bolts or something like that. And he's standing there now having a conversation, but I don't know if he's just turning these on again as a fucking intimidation fucking thing. What is the Inquisitor guy?
The Emperor.
Oh, hang on. No, that's the one from Ahsoka. The Ahsoka, you know, the Tales of the Jedi. You know, okay, if you guys watched my video today, there was a moment in there where I said Dave Filoni's stuff. What was it? What did I say? The Force, I say the Force becomes less mythic. Death loses meaning. Something else. And then Law Reach. No, it's not that line. It's timelines blur. That's what this is. We were talking about it last week as well. Timelines right now blur so much. Because even though I know that this is 2 years out now from Revenge of the Sith, 2 years further along, when did we first see this guy? Like, just trying to, and this is the thing that they rely on too, though, is that they rely on these connections. They rely on these people to go like, oh, I know what that is. I know who that is.
The Emperor.
It does look like him, doesn't it? What's his name? It was like Marok or something like that. You can't tell me that that's not the same fucking guy. And this fucking Dave Filoni. You just can't fucking help yourself, can you? You fucking weird. You make the world so fucking small. You really do. You can't tell me that. Let me hang on a second. No, I want to see him from further away. Oh, it's so hard to tell there. Oh, and it goes just to full screen like that. They do look the same though, don't they? And he almost sounds the same. Shouldn't have got rid of it because I think he does say words in that other thing.
Chains can be broken.
Helicopter sabers. You know what's really funny? I didn't even see that.
The Emperor wants you dead.
No, I think when I think helicopter sabers, yes, obviously there's just the spinning blade and stuff. But when I use the phrasing helicopter sabers, it's like when they're actually doing the helicoptering.
Chains can be broken.
Hang on!
And empires can be shattered.
That's it. This is the thing. Maybe can be him. Ahsoka killed him. When does Ahsoka take place? It's well and truly after this, isn't it? Well and truly. Because Ahsoka takes place after, well and truly after Return of the Jedi. What, it's like 10 years after or something is what we were told. And this is 2 years after Revenge of the Sith. So it could be him. If Maul kills him, then no, it can't be him. Unless this is what gives everybody the teaser that nobody can actually kill Marok or whatever the fuck his name is. So like Maul kills him here and he turns into a fart of smoke. And then Ahsoka's killed him in the Ahsoka series and he turned into a fart of smoke. Puff of smoke. Anyway, no one cares. I get that. I get that no one really cares about Disney Star Wars. The thing is with Star Wars right now is it has become, yes, more topical to talk about it as in what's happening with it and where it's at, and maybe to comment on movies or shows as they're coming out. But other than that, there is no hype, there is no build, there is no heart, there is no soul, there is nothing left for Star Wars. And like, yeah, there's still your shills and your seals and your fucking weirdos out there that just love all of the Star Wars. But fuck, man. Mekator, for 17 months, how you doing? Says more Maul, why? Should have just stayed gone. Yep, should have just stayed dead. Should have just stayed dead. Look, there is a little bit of fault in that for George Lucas, I feel. For sure. George Lucas wasn't perfect. But also, too, you know, just like fucking Kathleen Kennedy fucked him over and manipulated him, who's to say that fucking Dave Filoni didn't fucking fuck him over? Well, he has at this point in time with all the evidence that we have, but I'm talking about in the moment. You know, Dave wanted to bring Maul back, all of this kind of stuff. He basically went to George and he talked George into it. You know, George had such high standards and stuff like that. You remember when he talked about fucking killing off Han Solo. So you don't have to kill off the character. You can have him ride off into the sunset. Didn't kill off Indiana Jones, you know. But with how methodical he is with his thoughts on his characters and what he does, I just would have thought that he would have been a little bit more stringent with something like what, you know, with Maul. You know, I reckon Dave went with like a plan. I'm speculating here, obviously, but I reckon Dave went to George with like this list. You know, when a new Sith Lord is training their new apprentice, they always torture the shit out of them. They almost send them to the brink of death to have them come back reborn as a Sith, essentially. You know, like whatever he went with, and you know, that hatred and everything that Padawan or that, you know, apprentice had, kept them going and kept them alive. It fueled them. You know, why couldn't we have it where Maul was being fueled by the dark side, was able to stay alive? His want for revenge of Kenobi and everything fueled his anger. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if that's the way that went down. It wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. Let's listen to what Sam Witwer has to say, shall we?
This guy has always had aspects of being the puppet master. There's a 15-year stretch of history where we don't know what he was up to. So we're starting to explore that. I've always felt that the character had potential for all kinds of things.
See, this is where the problem lies to begin with, Sam. I'm sorry. I like Maul as a character. And this is the thing, is that you didn't need to bring him back to life after being bisected to tell good Maul stories. You didn't. You honestly didn't. All you needed to do was go backwards in time. You're talking about a 15-year stretch where his story hasn't been told. And the 15-year stretch that you're talking about is between his death, essentially, or from what we see now in the Clone Wars, to his actual death with Kenobi on Tatooine. That happens in Rebels. That's the 15-year stretch that you're talking about. Dude, there's a 15-year stretch from him being bisected prior that you could tell stories about Maul. In that entire time he was with Palpatine, he was Palpatine's apprentice. You didn't need to go forward in time, and you didn't need to bring fucking Maul back to life to do that.
And I remember when we were like working on Clone Wars and stuff like that, I would come up with certain ideas that I would throw out to Dave. I'd be like, what if this happens? Or little detailed things. What if that happens? And he would say on more than one occasion, yeah, well, it's a great idea, Sam, but this isn't Maul's show. You can't really take the time for that kind of detail when it's not Maul's perspective. And little did I know he was thinking long-term that this character had potential as a point of view character. And our show has a few of those, few point of view characters. But Maul's point of view, as you imagine,
again, the POV of the character, all you had to do was adapt Maul Shadowhunter, and all you had to do was adapt Maul Lockdown. Those two, as like even just animated series, would be unfucking real. Maul Lockdown. I'm not going to tell you when he takes on. I'll tell you what he takes. He takes on a Wampa. And the crazy thing about him taking on this Wampa is that he is not allowed to use the Force. He's not allowed to use the Force. The whole time he's locked down. and he's fucking going through all these fucking fights and everything, and he's not allowed to use the Force, and he needs to find fucking dude. Tell those fucking stories. Well, don't now. Please, whatever you do, don't do that now.
Is twisted. He's still a nasty guy, but we get to ask certain fun questions. Like, now that the Empire is here, because this takes place a year after the Clone Wars, now that the Empire has arrived, what does he think of it? Is this what he expected? Is this what he signed up for? Now that the Jedi are gone, what does he think of them? Has his opinion changed? This is a world in which
Well,
Obi-Wan
he shouldn't
Kenobi,
even have an
according to
opinion. He
Maul,
should be
is
dead.
likely dead. It's nothing there. How does Maul train an apprentice? Not how do the Sith. How does Maul train an apprentice? So we get to ask some very interesting questions, and I have some answers, but I can't tell you.
The thing is like, you can... G'day, Donna. How you doing? These questions exist because Maul still now exists. You got to remove Maul from the equation, go back to what the expanded universe should be and everything, and fucking... This is the thing that, again, make the point in my new video. That they could have adapted these things, and it would have been great. Would have been great. The thing is, with whatever this new fan base is, you would have still cultivated some new people anyway. Because being under the Disney banner, you're gonna the Disney promotional machine. Come on now. Mekator for £5. Sure, saw in KOTOR 2, Cien, I don't know, is basically immortal due to his pain and hate. Okay. He canonically truly dies when Surik convinces him to let go of his suffering. I'm not denying that the Force and especially the dark side can do some pretty crazy things in regards to keeping people alive. Think about what it did to Bane when he was poisoned. Think about what he had to do to stay alive when he was poisoned. He had to kill fucking, these guys' basically entire family to feed off his suffering and his pain and everything. Like a vampire almost. I don't doubt that that's a thing. But Maul, like, was that character bisected? Again, I like the character of Maul. I like the idea that the Force, especially the dark side, can do some pretty good things in regards to, instead of sitting there suffering in pain, you're feeding off the pain. Like those kinds of things. But cut in half? Cut in half? I don't know. Thank you for the £5. Is it £5? Am I getting that right? That's pretty much all there is on the Maul stuff. Like I said, we basically just missed the trailer last week, and we had to watch it. To me, it does look like there's a fair bit of ripoff going on there from the EU. Yep, I got you, Megator. Yep. All right. The boycott fucking thing. Do you guys see this boycott? Let's actually do that because I was gonna go straight into the other trailer, the Master of the Universe trailer, but we might watch that closer to the end. It'll just flow better, I think, as a stream. Yeah, smoke if you got them. Man, although I really badly need to get out of these clothes. Hey. No, I really badly do need to get out of these pants. It is so fucking hot. I'm like, I can't. And I honestly thought that I'd be okay, but it got a lot hotter a lot quicker. So I'm going to, sorry, I know we're only 40 minutes in. I'm going to give you guys, my phone's ringing. What the fuck's going on? What the fuck is going on? I'm fucking getting phone calls and fucking need to change my clothes and fucking need to find a clip. Nap time, it's the longest one that I've got. I'll give you nap time. I know it gets a little bit, over a little bit of time, but it is the longest one that I've got. So I'll be right back. Sorry, guys. Fucking hot.
Mom, can I have a popsicle?
No, honey, you'll spoil your...
Hey, parents, tired of those out-of-control kids? Throwing embarrassing tantrums wherever they go. At the grocery store, on the playground, even at the dinner table. You've had it with parenting, but wait, there is a solution. Introducing Nap Time, the latest, most effective tool for child tantrum prevention. It's simple. Just douse a rag with our patented Sleepy Time formula, place it over your child's cry hole, press and hold gently for 8 to 12 seconds, and presto, no more tantrum.
I was beginning to think adoption was the only way out. Then a friend of mine introduced me to Nap Time. It's never been so quiet around here.
The secret lies in Naptime's revolutionary fast-to-sleep formula. Developed by military-trained scientist doctors from NASA, Naptime's powerful molecules rush to the child's brain on contact, gently inducing instant tranquility.
This is chloroform.
Already put those wallet-draining crap factories out on the street? That's okay! Naptime works in any situation. On the golf course. An awkward blind date.
I had a really good time tonight.
It even works on pets.
After we had our first child here, we regretted it almost immediately.
We didn't know that she'd cry so much.
Talk about defective. But thanks to Nap Time, our little Samantha here hasn't made a noise in weeks. I keep her in a shoebox.
Call now and we'll send you your very own 24-ounce bottle of Naptime solution for only 23 easy payments of $1.99. But wait, there's more! Act quickly and you'll also receive the all-new Dream Sack absolutely free. It's compact and portable for those on-the-go tantrums. Just cover it, tighten it, and forget about it. It's that simple.
We can't breathe good.
So if this looks familiar...
I feel pregnant.
Then don't wait! Order today and join the millions of Americans who just can't stop saying...
Thanks, Nap Time.
Thanks, Nap Time. Thanks, Nap Time.
Nap Time! When they just won't shut up. Nap Time is not legal in the following states.
Nap time. We're good. We are good to go. A lot more comfortable. That's messed up. Yep. All right, let's talk about the boycott and fucking ICE a little bit. Going into a little bit of politics. Fucking, this is so dumb. It is really fucking stupid. Let me just make this a bit bigger, actually. So I think that I know that there's a fair few people out there that actually haven't really talked a lot about this. And it's because it's pretty fucking stupid. Yeah, pantsless. That's right. Sitting here in my underwear, you just don't know. Well, you do now. This chick is a Disney shill, a Disney seal, and she's a whore. She's an OnlyFans slut. She was the one that she made the post. I think it was when Charlie Kirk got shot. That she'll put a boob pic up if he dies. This was, I think, before we knew that he actually did pass away. Where's Flash for you, Rhino? Flash doesn't want to come on here and talk about this. We do talk about other stuff, not just Star Wars stuff. Like, this is sort of going a little bit more... Like, this post specifically has to do with Star Wars, but these other ones that we're going to get into... Yeah, I could send Flash the link. Like I said, though, there's a lot of Star Wars talk today. So, probably not. Probably not. Attention, Star Wars fans. Excuse me. There is no room for fascism in this fandom. Every fan deserves to feel safe and welcomed to events. There is no excuse for working with an organization profiting from ICE. Do not support Star Wars Celebration until they change organizations. Please share this with your friends, tag creators, blah, 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 blah. So the funny thing about this is that she is appealing to the new set of fans to not go to Star Wars Celebration. The old Star Wars fans are already not going to Star Wars Celebration. I reached out to Theory again, and hadn't heard anything back. So boycott Star Wars Celebration. Star Wars Celebration is put on by Reed Pop, which is owned by Relx, RELX. RELX has contracts with DHS, ICE for $172 million. No one cares, man. ICE is doing what fucking people wanted them to do. Now, this is the other thing too with this, is that they originally wanted, I believe, 1,000 signatures on this. The last time I saw it, it was at like 300 and something. I remember when I first saw this come up, it had 1,000 likes on it, and it only had 114 signatures, which I thought was kind of funny, being that their goal was 1,000, just to get at least 1,000 signatures. The funny thing is like they in this post saying fan safety comes first. Yeah, that's what ICE is actually doing. They're actually making these places safer so that you can go out and be just normal Star Wars fans. It's crazy. Crazy. Let's check out where the petition is actually at now. 1,208 signatures. Good for you guys. They've obviously changed the goal to 5,000. Like I said, I believe I can't remember, the person that I first heard this talk about this said that their goal was 1,000. But yeah, don't celebrate. Don't fucking go then. No one cares that you're not going because fucking a company supports ICE or fucking whatever. That's kind of sad, though. I will say, 1,200 signatures. Good luck to you. Good luck to you, Em. Good luck to your Disney Star Wars fans. And then you had Natalie Portman. What happened to her is fucking sad too. Fucking got no brain left, no cognitive thinking. She's a robot, just like the rest of them. Actress Natalie Portman. What Trump and Christy Nome, I don't know, and ICE are doing to our citizens. Man, let's just play it. She fucking cries, man.
Sorry, I'm getting a little emotional because it's really been, it's such a horrible day. It's been a horrible week, and it's very joyful to be at a film festival and in a creative community celebrating film together. But what is happening in our country is just obscene, and what Trump and Kristi Noem and ICE are doing to our citizens is, and to undocumented people, is outrageous and needs to end. And I'm very moved by all of the people coming out and supporting each other in community and showing the best of America, really being like incredible neighbors and citizens. But it's just too much. It needs to end.
It's so fucking stupid. It's just too much. It needs to end. I watched there was a video that I saw a couple of days ago, and it was basically just going through the last few presidents and like how many people they deported, and like who was doing all those deportations. It was all ICE, right? It was all ICE. All through all of those presidents. I don't know if they were always called ICE. I have no reason to think that they weren't. But there were no protests or anything. And the reason why there are now American citizens actually being injured, killed, whatever, is because they're being stupid. They're now breaking the law to try and protect people breaking the law. And you feel it's necessary to get up here and fucking cry and get all fucking emotional and shit about something that honestly you do not give a fuck about. You just want the cheap, you're one of those racists that just wants the cheap labor. Who's going to mow my fucking lawn? Who's going to make my fucking sandwich? You know, you can pay American citizens to do those jobs too, right? I know. Imagine crying over criminals who break the law. Imagine. G'day, Melissa. That's the sad thing too, is that she is fucking really attractive. As much as I find Natalie Portman very attractive and a great actress, she is very hypocritical on this matter. She's one of those ones that has a massive amount of Trump derangement syndrome. Like Ruffalo and Hamill. Like, I put her in the female category of those, of her. She's like the same as The View, Whoopi Goldberg, and fucking... What did she do on her dress at one of those award show things? She fucking put all the black people that were snubbed or something. I can't even fucking remember. So fucking stupid. But then you got John Leguizamo. We got actually a couple of videos of him. Fucking.
If you follow ICE, unfollow me. Don't come to my shows and don't watch my movies.
Don't watch your movies. So what happens if I support ICE and I've already watched your fucking movies? That's a shame. That's a shame. If you don't like my politics, don't buy my book.
If you follow ICE, unfollow me. Don't come to my shows and don't...
I would find it absolutely hilarious if, let's say, he had, let's say on Twitter, he had fucking, let's say a million followers. He puts this video out and he's only got like 100K left. That would be so good. Let's check out, I don't know even which one came first. Don't know which one came first. This one's a little bit longer, and he looks like he gets a little bit more emotional about this shit.
3, fund state-level resistance infrastructure. Don't just send postcards, send resources. Channel DNC funds into rapid response teams, legal defense coalitions, sanctuary networks, and digital security training. If the federal government is hijacked, build power underneath it. If the laws become tools...
What are you doing? What are you saying? What are you... What? Listen, let's go back and actually listen to his instructions of what he's basically telling us to do.
3, fund state-level resistance.
Is this a list? Is he on number 3? Do we need to go back? He's on number 3 for a minute and a half. Is there more to this list? Maybe we should go and see this fucking whole video.
Infrastructure. Don't just send postcards, send resources. Channel DNC funds into rapid response teams, legal defense coalitions, sanctuary networks, and digital security training. If the federal government is hijacked, build power underneath it. If the laws become tools of oppression, help people resist them legally, locally, and boldly. This is not campaign season. This is an authoritarian purge. Stop campaigning. Act like this is the end of democracy, because it is. We will remember the warriors come primaries. Fighting this regime should be your marketing strategy. And let's be clear, the reason the other side always seems 3 steps ahead is because they are. They're prepared for this. They infiltrated school boards, courts, local legislatures, and police unions. They built the machine while you wrote press releases. We're reacting. They've been executing a plan for years. It's time to shift from panic to
Fuck are you talking about? If anybody's been executing a fucking plan for fucking years, it's all the corrupt fucking politicians and shit like that that have been doing it for fucking years. Fucking look at these Somali fucking daycare centers. Dude.
You should already be working with strategists and military minds on Project 2029, a coordinated long-term plan to build this country when the smoke...
So they basically stole what they tried to push on Trump as Project 2025 and retransform. They cannot come up with an original idea, can they?
You should be publicly laying out the laws and amendments you'll pass to ensure this never happens again, the systems you'll tear down and the safeguards you'll enshrine, the plan to hold perpetrators of human atrocities accountable, the urgent commitment to immediately bring home those sold into slavery in El Salvador. You say you're the party of the people, then show the people the plan.
These people have lost their minds. These people have lost their fucking minds. What's my response to him? Dude, you're retarded. Your brain is fried. Something very, very wrong with you, brother. Dude, your guess is as good as mine. Your guess is as good as... I fucking no idea. So all of these people right now, they're really angry, obviously, about ICE. I do still feel like there is a bit of a that's being used as a bit of a distraction from the fraud stuff. And you got to think, like, see how much it ramped up after that came out. See how much the push towards like anti-ICE and everything got pushed so much, and then we had that incident with that good chick, and then we had there's this new incident. It's all designed to deflect from fucking paying attention to the full-on actual corruption. They're trying to distract everybody to say, hang on, this is the corruption. What ICE is doing is the corruption. Don't look at the fucking all the billions of dollars worth of fraud that you Americans are all paying for through your tax dollars. What a fucking joke, man. What a fucking joke. G'day, mate. Well, g'day, mate, to you too. Or g'day, mates. The thing that I see with Trump is like that he's almost, from what he's been able to do, it's almost like he's just bypassing all the middlemen. He's getting to the point, he's doing what he needs to do, solving that problem, move on to the next one. That's what it seems like Trump, to me, is doing. But what would I know? I'm just a stupid Australian that lives in a communist fucking country. Are you going to lock me up, Australian government, just for that comment? 5 years? Because you are commies? You fuckers? Do it. Do it while I'm live. Come on. Send your bitch-ass police to my door, break down my door, act like heroes, act like bigwigs, throw me in jail. I don't care. You can turn me into a martyr. All right. Now, I wanted to talk actually a little bit about Star Trek. Star Trek, Starfleet Academy, to be specific. If you're new here, I'm not a big Star Trek guy. I've watched Star Trek. I like Star Trek. From what I've seen, it's good. You know, my dad was a massive Trekkie. So, you know, I understand some lore. I certainly don't know massive amounts of different species. The thing is with Star Trek is it does go so deep. It's got its own fucking languages. So, I just want to preface this by saying that. Also, if you're new here, smash the like button, subscribe, you know, check out my new video. That'd be great. Starfleet Academy is as something that is supposed to be canon. It's honestly one of the worst things I've ever seen. It's honestly one of the worst things I've ever seen. The way it opens up with like fucking Starfleet being like these big tyrannical bad guys and stuff like this, or the way that they're perceived by these people is that way. And the fact that like they're separating families and stuff, like that's what it really feels like. There's so much real world politics. And the thing is with Star Trek is it never felt that way. It never, ever, ever. You know, even the original series with the paper mache fucking aliens and stuff like that still feels more realistic in a world where fucking racism and all the fucking things that we're complaining about in this real world today don't actually exist in that world. And they've found a way to make sure that we can actually bring that back and make it not fucking I don't know what the word that I'm looking for, a something civilization, Like when they're past all of that shit. So there is that. But there's so many things about it. Like the ships, man. I don't understand how the ships work. I don't understand how you can have this centerpiece that's separate from these outside pieces. Are there people in those outside pieces? How do they get from those outside pieces to the inside pieces? Is that just, do they just use the beam me up, Scotty, the, teleporter to beam between them? But there were pieces in between, but they removed those to jump into hyperspace, which, like, if you've got this, the way, I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it. The enemy ship came together like a fucking a digital looking Lego set. The characters are insufferable. Most of the characters are insufferable. There's so much in it that just doesn't make sense. There's so much that doesn't make sense. The way the captain acts, yeah, everybody's talked about her sitting on the chair. I remember when I first saw the clip, I was like, why is she wearing glasses? Now I understand that Bones gave Kirk the glasses and Kirk ends up having to use glasses. And I know, but my understanding is that there's some lore behind that with Kirk. The procedure or something that, I don't know. He couldn't do it because he was allergic, or there was. I don't know the law, but I understand that there is some law that's there. You've got the lesbian couple. You've got the species that they brought back that's supposed to be extinct. You've got the female Jebediah. I think that's how you say it. It's the only fucking thing, Star Trek-y thing I can remember from it because everybody's talked about it so damn much. Dude, this show, I'm going to watch this new episode tonight so that I'm all caught up for Flashcast. I hope we get to, last week was a little bit all over the place. And last week on Flashcast, because I caught up on 3 episodes, it was hard to sort of really get my thoughts out in regards to what I either thought about the show in general, but also too just what I thought about specific parts and specific episodes. I needed some time to think. And now that I've had some time to think, the amount of this is a joke. This is a joke. I've never seen something that's supposed to be taken so serious and canon within the universe feel and look so much like a parody of what it's supposed to be. I think we're going to watch Wonder Man as well. Not that I really want to, but I think we're going to talk a little bit about that possibly on Flashcast too. So, oh, stomach growling. Fear of FEMA for $20 says the only hope for Star Trek is new leadership who actually like the original show. Well, that's the same with anything, though, Fear of FEMA. It's the same with Star Wars. It's the same with Doctor Who, and I'm less Doctor Who than I am even Star Trek. Let's see what happens with Stargate with those people in charge. Like the original show, declare everything since the J.J. Abrams to be in the Kelvin timeline. I don't know what the Kelvin timeline is. I'm sorry. Again, this is Star Trek stuff, isn't it? And reset canon to a couple decades after Voyager in the main timeline. So hang on, let me go through this again. The only hope Star Trek has is new leadership. Declare everything since the J.J. Abrams. Declare everything since J.J. Abrams to be in the Kelvin timeline. Oh, okay. So Kelvin's the bad shit, right? Oh, okay. Kelvin Timelines is the album. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I needed some assistance there. Yeah. But that's the same with, again, it's the same with Star Wars, man. You could say the same thing that you're saying there for Star Wars. Yes, bring people in, all of that kind of thing, but that's not going to necessarily change anything. You now also need to decanonize what you've done. Start, like, you know, start from the original timeline, basically. Oh, don't ruin Stargate. They better not, man. They better not. But yeah, I mean, this is a little bit of an issue, you know, is that we all of our entertainment right now is sort of being destroyed and fucked over. Look at what they're doing to Doctor Who. This Doctor Who series. Sorry, Doctor Who. Sorry. Harry Potter. I don't know why I said Doctor Who. Look at what they're doing with this Harry Potter series. Look at what they've been doing to Lord of the Rings. With the Rings of Power. Look at what they're doing to Marvel. Now, I know I keep hearing this thing out there that Marvel wants to correct course. They want to fix the damage that they've done and hopefully bring it back around and all of these kinds of things. But I don't know. Actions speak louder than words. And so far, your actions aren't matching your words. So, but think about all these things that are being destroyed right now. It's the only reason why, like, I am concerned about Stargate, to be fair. If we got this Stargate announcement 10 to 15 years ago, I don't think we would be having the same conversation in regards to our concerns for whether or not it's going to be good or bad. Or how they could possibly screw this up. It's not to say that they wouldn't still be able to screw it up or still be able to fuck it up, but we wouldn't be having the same conversation. The reason why we're having this conversation is because of what Disney's done to Star Wars, what Disney's done to Marvel, what all of these other studios have done to all the franchises, all the IPs that they own. Yes, listen to Soul Assassin, smash the like button. Fear of FEMA for another $5 says there is an ongoing time war that is canon to old Star Trek. They have easy ways. They have easy way out if they want to take it. Same with Doctor Who, really. Well, that's the thing. It's whether or not they actually want to take it. And based on what they've done, why would they want to take it? What's changed their mind? What would change Kathleen Kennedy's mind? What would change Dave Filoni's mind to reinstate the expanded universe? I don't think there's anything. Dave wants to do what he wants to do. Ancient One, I see you. Hail. My phone's been going off. That's true. That's true. But there's another reason why I actually bought up Star Trek was because Holly Hunter, who plays the captain or whatever. Oh man, before we get into this, just quickly, why did they need to fucking everybody gets in the ship to fly to Earth, to land the ship on Earth, to be a school on Earth? Now, I would think 1,000 years into the future, the Federation would own a good amount of space in space, right? And you could have this school in space going to places that have already been to. They're not going where man has not gone before in these instances. They're going to where man has been before, to boldly go where men have been before. And they're like, man, it's like a massive school excursion. Why wouldn't you do that? Why are they landing the ship in San Francisco? In Star Trek, Academy always in San Francisco. Okay, well, there's something I don't know. Have they always landed the ship the way that it landed in this? Or was it just a building that they teleport down to? Leave the ship in space where it belongs. I don't know. There's just questions that I have. Now, if it can be explained to me and it makes sense, then it makes sense. It comes across as really lazy. And like it doesn't fit. It doesn't feel like Star Trek. You know, it's like even the guy that was sign languaging, and then they put the pin on him so the pin can translate his sign language. I mean, wouldn't it be just better to always have that on? Or is that a culture thing? Oh, be careful, Rhino. They had a star dock, from my understanding. Okay. So what? Yeah, they docked the ship in space. And then fucking take a shuttle down to the Earth. Take a fucking teleport down to the Earth. No, it used to just be a building. Yeah. Okay. So they needed to. This is the evolution of 1,000 years in the future. Instead of us docking our ships in space and either taking a shuttle or beaming down, we now land the ship on the planet. I don't know. To me, it just comes across as stupid. It's like I said, it's a fucking parody trying to be serious within the canon of Star Trek, and it's fucking ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. But Holly Hunter decided to actually talk about The Incredibles 3. So I didn't know, honestly, that they were doing an Incredibles 3. Maybe I had heard it on the grapevine. I'd just forgotten. But this is what she had to say. Do we have? No? Let's put the font. Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Incredibles 3 has been greenlit. It's happening. You know about it?
I think I start in March.
Start in March?
She almost looks like she's uncertain on whether or not she's supposed to be talking about it or not. And I don't know. Does she not like the guy interviewing her? She comes across as really like, I don't know. Maybe it's a straight white male and she just doesn't like him.
Incredibles 3 has been greenlit. It's happening. You know about it?
I think I start in March.
You start in March? In the booth. How cool is the story?
I don't know, and I never do know. I never know what the stories are of Incredibles. I go in and I record with Brad. Or in this case, I don't know if it's going to be Brad, but I think that he's been writing the script. So it's very exciting.
Incredibles 3.
I don't know. To me, it looks like she's unsure whether or not she's supposed to be talking about it. I like The Incredibles. And I like the idea that they're doing an Incredibles 3, to be honest with you. I just hope that, like, this is the thing, though, is once again, we're in this position where, yeah, cool, Incredibles. Incredibles 1 was fantastic. Incredibles 2 was good. Fucking Incredibles 3? Well, let's see. They could end up making it completely woke. You know what they're going to do? The baby, I can't remember. What was the baby's name in 2? Second film was kind of boring. It was fine. It was just fine. The first one's great. That's in the, like S tier category, the first one. They'll make that fucking baby thing like a rebellious teenage fucking kid that then transitions, but's able to, because he's such extreme mutant abilities, cuts off his own dick. Yeah, Jack. I mean, that's the thing, though. That's what I'm talking about, is it can actually get to that point. We don't know what we're in for anymore. We might not actually get the Incredibles in Incredibles 3. We might get this spin-off that just goes into left field. Fucking woke as bullshit. Oh my God. Jack becomes Jill. Oh, yep. That's another one. Toy Story 5, to be fair. The thing is I think that Toy Story should have just ended after 3. 3? Yeah. I always get them mixed up. 4 was the one where they went to the play center, right? The childcare center. Toy Story 5 is a cash grab. So, anyway. Oh, a Foster's cast. How you doing, son of the hut? Well, we'll see what happens with Incredibles. But we're also going to find out very, very quickly how much more they're going to destroy Star Trek with Starfleet Academy. We will see. By the way, Holly Hunter, smash or pass? I'd probably still smash today. She's a fucking... Like, I'd definitely smash back in the day. Let's see. I like her accent as well. I don't always like it. It's funny. Even in that interview, like, I didn't actually like hearing her voice. But usually... Let's see. Well, that image is way too small. Yeah. You'd smash. You'd smash. That's from a movie, isn't it? What's that from? No. And she's actually aged okay, to be fair. She's got, the fat bastard. My neck is a vagina! Whatever he says. She's got a little bit of that now. But that's all right. See? But other than that, I think she'd be all right. How old is she now? Let's check that out. How old? Why is the top thing that comes up? How old is Hunter Biden? Like, that's just from me typing in how old is. She's 67. She's 67. I'm smashing. Thank you. All right, where are we going from here? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. It's all fucking Star Wars. Starting with Ryan Johnson. Woohoo! So Ryan Johnson was doing a variety thing. Ryan Johnson on Kathleen Kennedy stepping down from Star Wars. Well, we could read the quote, or we can just listen to him. Fucking this fag, I tell ya.
We're talking about change, Ryan.
I have my headphones in. Actually, that's better. You guys listen and tell me in the chat what he says, so I don't actually have to listen to what he actually has to say. How about that? Yeah, she looks all right back then. You'd smash Holly Hunter.
We're talking about change. Ryan, I wonder, what was your reaction to Kathleen Kennedy stepping down, and where do you think the Star Wars franchise might go from here?
I don't know. Where's it go? I mean,
did you hear that little high-pitched?
Go from here.
I don't know. Where's it go? I mean, I love Kathy, and I'm excited now to see what she does next. And in terms of Star Wars, kind of the same answer, man. As a Star Wars fan, I'm excited to see.
Oh, shut up!
The most exciting thing for me is always seeing when they bring in fresh voices and fresh filmmakers who come in and tell new stories in that world. So that's what I'm looking forward to seeing more happen.
Is it a world you'd ever return to?
I mean, I had the time of my life doing it, and I'm now even a bigger Star Wars fan than I was.
Fuck off!
I would feel blessed if that ever happened.
Well, guess what, Ryan? As content creators that would, actually get a lot of content out of the Star Wars that you would bring, we'd be blessed too. We would, if you returned to Star Wars. There wasn't really much in that, was there? The funniest part is really the at the beginning.
Where do you think the Star Wars franchise might go from here?
I don't know. Where's it go? I mean, I love Kathy, and I'm excited now to see.
I don't want to listen to him again. I'm sorry. Not listening to him again. That's fucking. So you're interested to see what Kathy does next. The funny thing isn't Kathy stepping down? Like, shouldn't she be retiring? I know she's not. She's still going to have her involvement and whatever. But like, fuck. Bring him back. Let him do his trilogy. Let him do his trilogy. Where are we going from here? We've got a bit of Star Wars news, so we might rapid fire a little bit of this stuff, shall we? Because we got a little bit. We've got a couple of tabs here that we can just sort of quickly go through and just discuss and talk about. So Star Wars Starfighter will not feature any legacy characters, says screenwriter Jonathan Tropper. Get to the chopper. Is what he has to say. I think it's known that we have no legacy characters. No, I don't think it's known. I think it's known now. But this is the thing. Even with you telling us that there's no legacy characters, Jon Favreau promoted The Mandalorian as underworld bounty hunting, following the tracks of a Mandalorian bounty hunter. What is it? Power vacuum after the fall of the Empire and things like that. That was the pitch. No Force users, nothing. First episode, Baby Grogu takes over the fucking franchise. Not just fucking the show. Takes over the franchise. So you can say everything that you want to say. I don't buy it and I don't listen to this stuff until I fucking see it. You're not going to see any of the characters we've seen in other movies. Not even Rey? That's interesting. Not even Rey. Callie Marie Tran calls Kathleen Kennedy's exit from Lucasfilm such a loss. She's had such an incredible career. What would you fucking know? She's had such an incredible career. To have someone who is not just a woman, but who is so corrupt, capable in that role for so long. And it's historic. Sorry guys, I do have dyslexia if you are new here, and it's not great. Like, it's embarrassing too. I get through shit. But like, I do replace words, like, and people have actually full on heard me replace words before. So, excuse me for my stumbling through some shit sometimes. I think that is such a loss, but I am very happy for all, the life changes she is making. All this is just, it's fluff. We get the announcement. Anybody that's been involved in Star Wars or anybody that's been involved with Kathleen Kennedy in some way through Lucasfilm, they just ask them, oh, how do you feel about Kathleen Kennedy leaving Lucasfilm? Oh, yeah, it's a great loss, blah, 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 but she was great, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's all this is. Fluff. Next thing we have is, oh, this was sort of like, this was interesting, actually. I kind of think that this is a little interesting. Among impacted Star Wars movies is the Mandoverse movie that would have united characters from The Mandalorian, The Book of Boba Fett, Ahsoka, and Skeleton Crew to fight Grand Admiral Thrawn. Its production has been put on hold. No. You know what the crazy thing is about this? Is that this, from the fucking idiots out there, would have said it's Kathleen Kennedy's faction. This is Kathleen Kennedy's faction trying to shut down Dave Filoni and his storytelling. See, Dave is trying to do good Star Wars. See. What's your excuse now, ladies and gentlemen? We get the announcement that Kathleen Kennedy's stepping down. Now, obviously, she is still there, I believe, at this point in time. I don't know exactly when the exchange is actually happening. The transfer of power is actually happening. But who are you going to blame now, you fucking idiots? Who are you going to blame now? Let me fucking name you, you fucking morons. Cameron Pasha, fucking Doomcock, fucking Star Wars Explained. Man, I'm sure there's more of them out there. Who are you going to blame now? Dave Filoni shut down his own project? Oh my God, shock horror. Like, you know what that actually tells me with the announcement of that and then this? is that fucking they're now changing direction again. And I'd have never thought that they actually shifted. That's the crazy thing about this, is that even from the moment in 2023, when we got the announcement of James Mangold's fucking movie, the Ray movie, and the Dave Filoni movie, have we seen anything come out of any of those? What a farce. Everyone, I believe everyone was just taken for a ride, including fucking Daisy Ridley. They've now since then, basically, because we get that announcement in 2023. The beginning of 2024 happens, and Charmin Obaid-Chinoy can't shut her dumb bitch mouth. Right? And then because that blows up and just keeps going because she won't shut the fuck up, they have to announce the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. Dude, that's set to release in a couple of months. Where's the James Mangold movie that they announced before the Mando movie? Where's the Dave Filoni movie that they announced before the Mando movie? Where's the Ray movie that they announced before the the fucking Mando movie? Yeah. On top of that, you even announced another fucking movie, this fucking movie, well and truly after you even announced this fucking movie. And that's coming out. So this isn't actually that surprising to me. Now that you start to put it all together, you start to realize that 2023's Star Wars Celebration was a fucking joke. They had nothing. They never did. They never had a script or even a conceptual idea for any one of those three movies. And the proof of that is that 3 years later, we still don't have a script or a conceptual idea of what any of these movies are. The only thing that we continue getting in continual announcements of anything from 2023 Star Wars Celebration is Daisy Ridley saying, yeah, I've read a script. You got to wait. It's fucking going to be great. And now we get the announcement that Dave Filoni's part of that fucking announcement is fucking on hold indefinitely. Fucking to never be seen ever again. Because it never fucking existed. In fact, I think that there's a possibility that this movie was the fucking Mandalorian and Grogu movie. Anything that Dave was putting into any ideas or anything that he had for fucking his Mandoverse movie that was supposed to bring all these fucking things together. The Avengers of Star Wars come together to fight Grand Admiral Thrawn. Fucking hell. What a joke. Are people going to put billboards up? Are people going to put billboards up and say, release the Filoniverse movie like they are for the Solo fucking movie? Like this, that's how stupid these people fucking are. Where's the uproar for this announcement that this has been put on hold? The Acolyte star Daphne Keane comments on the divisive Star Wars series. Obviously, The Acolyte. Fucking... Ugh.
So, me and Daphne met on the set of The Acolyte.
Who were you?
Clap for that.
Oh, were you on the other side of the camera? You were one of the DEI fucking employees that they had to get behind the camera so that they could qualify for, awards.
A fan favorite. No, everyone loved it. There was no controversy.
A fan favorite.
No, it was a fan favorite. Do you know what?
It's funny that they're saying it like this. Like, she said it first, like, in a joking way, because obviously you saw the fucking backlash to the series. And she's like, no, you are kind of a fan fave.
My favorite...
The cope in this video is my point.
There was no controversy.
A fan favorite.
No, it was a fan favorite. Do you know what my favorite my favorite quote of someone that like made a comment? They said, this is just lesbians in space.
Everybody said that. Every single fucking person that wasn't seal clapping their way through this and coping and seething their way through this said that this is lesbians in space. And your nose is too big to have that ring in there, I'm sorry to say.
I'm obsessed
Well,
with that.
everyone was saying that.
Lesbians in space. And what about it?
God forbid the lesbians make
Oh,
it.
and what about it? So it is. So you agree that it's lesbians in space, but you were just giving us shit for saying that it was lesbians in space. Hello? Are you fucking stupid?
God forbid the
But
lesbians.
also, where were the lesbians? They were nowhere to be found.
The lesbians were the witches, you fucking idiots. Where there were no men. And there were fucking mothers. What are you talking about? There were no lesbians.
The
But
lesbians
also, where were the lesbians? They were nowhere to be
Where
found.
were the lesbians? They're like, honestly, like, I'm not even gonna get into it.
Let's
But
not even
like,
get into
people
it.
are getting mad
A fan
about
favorite.
aliens. A fan favorite. We cut that.
Daphne Keane, you need to grow your hair. I think you're a very attractive girl, but you need like that. Stop making yourself look like a fucking little 10-year-old boy. Honestly. And these people are stupid. Clearly stupid. Where were the lesbians? There were no lesbians actually even in it. People were just saying that it was lesbians in space. Dude, Osha and May had 2 mothers. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? It was plain and so simple. It was right in front of our faces that there were lesbians in space. Let's move on. Oh, Daredevil. Oh, and then Seal of the Week. Okay, good. Hey, and we did all right. We're at the hour and 43-minute mark. We watched that. We checked it. See, Grizzy, where's fucking Grizzy? Where are the shills and seals reacting to Maul trailer? Maybe we can watch one of these, though. We could watch that. Disney Star Wars shills defend Kathleen Kennedy's failed Lucasfilm presidency. And then there's more to the title, but we'll see. All right, so we watched that. We watched that. We didn't watch any of this stuff. We fucking just read through all of that. We watched that. All right, let's watch this. Let's quickly just watch this trailer. Season 2. March 24. Like, the thing is if the second season was good, I would have... Well, this is the second season. This is technically the third season, right? Basically, the first thing on Netflix was really, really good. Everybody talked about it. It was praised. It was fantastic. All of that stuff. And then the second one comes out. And if the second one was good, I would have gone back and watched it from the beginning and watched it all the way through. Second one was nowhere near, apparently, as fucking good as the first season. So I really don't have much of an interest in it. It's the second season of Born Again. Okay, yeah, okay. It's kind of confusing. So there's an original season, and then you've got season 1 of Born Again and season 2 of Born Again. Honestly, I've got no real interest, to be fair. I don't even really know why we played that in the end. Fuck, it's hot. It's so fucking hot here right now. Whew.
I'm the Jedi.
All right. Oh, I'm already on the wrong one. I don't know where the Acolyte fucking it just came out of nowhere again. So you've got Rise Blue Sun. God, imagine being that gay. Oh. Maul Shadow Lord era. I don't know why people do that to their titles. Renew the Acolyte. Renew the Acolyte. Renew the Acolyte. Sorry, it's been a while. There's your nominee number one. Nominee number one. Nominee number two this week is Star Wars Holocron. Got a nomination last week, actually. We did not deserve the Acolyte. No, we certainly didn't deserve the Acolyte. We got a show set in an entirely different time period with lightsabers. Lightsaber choreography that revealed that rivaled the prequels. Are you kidding me? It featured one of the best new Star Wars villains. What? It was all about the dark side and even had Darth Plagueis. Wish we got more of this show. Sorry, I've really stumbled my way through that one. That's your nominee number two. That's a joke. That's a real fucking joke, that one. Members, I want to see your seal clapping emojis in the chat while we go through these. Get them in there. Seal clap those emojis into the... Get it. J.I. Jacob. Just a random post from Jacob this week. Saying, really love this moment of Solo, a Star Wars story where an Imperial officer tells Han he'll be flying in no time. Only to cut to him being thrown towards the air. Fucking... These people are dumb as shit.
Proceed to transport ID 83 for the Naval Academy at Carida. Good luck, Han Solo. We'll have you flying in no time.
Wow, so great. You know what else was so great about this fucking movie? The fact that Imperial officer gave him his last name. You know what else was so great about this? Is that fucking Han and Chewie met in the shower, showering together. You know what else is great in this movie? Fucking nothing. J.I. Jacob, you're an idiot. And the last one for this week is actually from our good friend Grizzy. Disney's Star Wars shill predicts The Mandalorian and Grogu will be franchise changing on the same level as Vader being Luke's father. Let's take a listen to this, shall we?
Franchise changing. You don't throw those words around lightly. Franchise changing is adding Grogu to the mix in season 1, episode 1. Franchise changing is...
No, that was adding to the franchise destruction. I think you're using the wrong words.
Vader being Luke's father. Like, it's such a small percentage of things in the Star Wars universe that are franchise changing. And if The Mandalorian and Grogu is one of those things, it might be like just the biggest thing ever. Franchise.
Oh, there's your fourth nomination, guys. Wow. Let's get the poll in the chat, shall we? Seal of the week. Oops, I spelled week, W-E-K-K instead of W-E-E-K. Seal of the week. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get your votes in. Let's go through them again. Number 1, Renew the Acolytes, Spurg. Number 2, Star Wars Holocron. It's fucking pretty consistent these days. Number 3 is J.I. Acob on his take on Solo. And number 4 is, I can't remember this guy's name, actually. Clown. We'll just call him Clown. With this stupid take, I almost say he wins, but we'll see. We'll see. It's up to you, chat. It's on you to decide. It's on you to decide. You know what we actually missed? We missed this. Masters of the Universe trailer. Let's get it. Oh, do you guys have audio? I don't know if you're going to actually have audio. Now I can guarantee it.
All that stuff that only exists in legends and bedtime stories. Talking tigers, spaceships, and magic swords that can make a man as mighty as a god. Where I come from, that stuff is real.
All of this stuff looks good.
I wanted you to be
All the
safe.
real world stuff I don't know about.
So I sent you to a place I knew that they'd never find you. There's
This obsession with nerd stuff and sword things, it's not a good look for human resources.
I know it sounds crazy, but that sword is gonna show me the way home.
Sir, you can't do that.
Don't worry. The sword's mine.
That's stupid.
Hang on, it's about to get weird.
What am I supposed to do? Take the sword. You protect them.
I have the power!
I gotta say, everything other than stuff in the real world looks good. This face is almost exactly how people feel when they're watching entertainment these days. This stuff almost looks like it takes you, it's your escapist stuff. I don't like the way I have the power. I think it's a little weak.
I have the power!
I have the power! I don't know. Alex Ball looks good. I know it's Jared Leto, which everybody's like good. At least his face is behind a mask. That looks fantastic. That looks sick too. I have no power. Yeah, look, I'll I'll probably give it a watch. I won't go theaters to see it. But I'll watch it, see what it's like. Everybody, obviously, all the controversy behind the he, him plaque. Adam Glenn, he, him. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see with that one as well. I'll get rid of that. And we'll get rid of that. We're not going to watch a Grizzly video. We might watch one next week because we watched that trailer there at the end. All right. Have you got your votes in? Have you voted, ladies and gentlemen? Shout out to the lurkers, the rewatchers. How you all doing? Hope you're having a good day. If you get a chance, please check out my new video. If there's any mods in the chat, if they would be so kind to drop the link in the chat. But yeah, check out my video. Dropped it this morning. It's only 13 minutes of your time. Gives, I think, a pretty good, decent breakdown of the rise and fall of Star Wars. Check it out. All right, let's end the poll. We got 14 votes. I was hoping for a couple more. But we got 14, which is good. And I don't think even if we get a couple more, it's going to change because it's such a landslide at the moment. So, let's end the poll there. In last place with no votes, sorry, Rise Blue Sun, you didn't get a vote today. That's a shame. In second last place, or third place, with 14% of the vote was number 3, J.I. Acob. Congrats, brother. In second place, the runner-up this week with 22% of the vote was Star Wars Holocron, and the winner of this week's Seal of the Week with 64% of the vote was the Clown. Let's take a listen to what he had to say again.
Franchise changing. You don't throw those words around lightly. Franchise changing is adding Grogu to the mix in season 1, episode 1. Franchise changing is Vader being Luke's father. Like, it's such a small percentage of things in the Star Wars universe that are franchise changing. And if The Mandalorian and Grogu is one of those things, it might be like just the biggest thing ever. Franchise changing.
There you go. Franchise changing. Congratulations, you win this week's Seal of the Week. And that's it. We are done, ladies and gentlemen. Another Casual Rage down the hatch. Casual Rage 241. Thanks for hanging out. What do we got coming up? I'm obviously working on another video. I'm hoping that maybe if I can do this well enough, I can try and maybe get a video out once a month, like these types of videos once a month. I feel like I should probably incorporate just some videos here and there in regards to just me giving some commentary and stuff like that, some reactions, some maybe reactions to some trailers and shit like that, the things that I was doing before, obviously. Don't forget Yellow Flash, Flashcast. My phone's ringing again. Flashcast. This weekend, we're going to have some fun. We're going to get drunk. I actually need to go and get some more grog. Nearly out of that bottle. We need to get another bottle. So that's going to be good. So check that out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Is there anyone that we can actually raid? Let me have a look. Let's have a look. Has Anna gone live, or is she going live? Is she going live? Let's see. Yes, Anna is live. So we're going to give Anna a raid, everyone. Save that. Beautiful. All right. Again, thanks for hanging out. I see some new names, some awesome new names in the chat. If you are new, please like, subscribe, and share all the good shit. Please check out some of my videos and check out my new video, The Rise and Fall of Star Wars. Thanks again, guys. We'll see you next week for another Casual Rage. Thanks to the Super Chatters. Thanks to the members. Thanks to the lurkers. Thanks to the rewatchers. You're all awesome. God bless you all. Bye-bye.
They came bounding over.
Fuck off! Disney! You fucking cunt!
I like to get into a vibe. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So
What are you talking about?
You'd better put a chick in it. And make it fucking gay as fuck.
Going somewhere?
And I want it lame!
Put her on a path of her own choosing, so that no matter which direction she takes, we'll always be one step ahead of her. What?
That is so lame!
A few minutes? Are you kidding? At the rate they're gaining?
No, what is it? You have to shoot this. Traveling through hyperspace is like dusting crops, kid. Without precise calculations, we fly too close to a store. They're bounce into a supermarket and then...
Yeah.
Be a hell of a mess.
What's that?
Watch. You're losing your deflector shields. Go strap yourselves in. Be careful on the way out.
Yeah, sure. I'm taking very caution.
You go away.
We bounced too near a supermarket?